How's it going? How's it going? Going? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Yes, there is sound. I don't like that. Snow sucks, man. I hate that shit. That's why I don't live in New York. Or, well, why I didn't last long living in New York, rather. That's why I like seeing the snow in on the mountains here, but I don't have to deal with it. Yep, that's the best thing is like here, you can see the mountains. You can see the snow. You can totally choose not to go to it. Oh, wow. That's unusual for you guys, isn't it, over there? Yeah, I'm a bit. I hate the snow. My whole family's from New York, and when my dad got out of the army, that's where my mom wanted to move to, and so we moved back to it. We moved there, and we were there like 10 months, 9 months, some shit like that, and then we moved to Alabama because I got pneumonia 3 times in one winter, and that was the it. That was yeah. Ours was pretty cold actually here. Well, in comparison to what we've had, rather last couple of years that since I've moved out to Vegas, so I'm fine with it. Mm. Yeah, the pneumonia 3 times in one winter. Yeah, haven't had it since then, so yay for that. But yeah, that sucked. Believe me. I got I had it one time, and I had the chicken pox at the same time, so that was a whole lot of damn fun. Whole lot of fun. But you know, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. It's the same thing with like California out here. They'll be on fire pretty soon. Well, I mean, they did get a lot of rain this year, so I don't know. Yeah, pneumonia 3 times in one winter was that was enough, man. It thawed out up there in New York, and we moved to Alabama. And the year I moved to Alabama, it was funny because there was a like century historic long or first time in like over a century that Alabama got hit with this huge ass blizzard, and was in 1993, and it shut the state down for like 2 weeks. And we moved down there after it had thawed out and everything. And everybody's like, "Oh my god, it was so bad. We had like 3 feet of snow and shit." We had 6 feet total that winter that I lived in New York, and they had, and yeah, that was fun. What up, Ghost? Well, that dude, it shut down the state of Alabama, like and illegitimately so because they don't have the infrastructure to deal with snow. They deal with hurricane or tornadoes and hurricanes and shit pretty well, but they don't deal with the white death from the from the sky. One of my favorite memories though was it snowed one year in Alabama, and I was working at General Dynamics, and everybody like left because it started sticking and people panicked, which is fine, but nobody in Alabama knows how to drive in that stuff. And so it should have took people like 45 minutes to get home. It took them 9.5, 10 hours. Some of them had to walk, and Yeah, I ended up I lived like 15, 20 minutes away from my house, and it took me 30 minutes to get home. And that's because I was nice and stopped and helped somebody out. But again, driving in the snow isn't. You just got to be smart. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, so what happened that year in Alabama, man? It was we got like 3 inches of snow, but it ended up being 2 inches or so of ice mixed in with it, and so all of our roads were really, really slick. And so like I was driving down the road when I finally left work, and because I stayed at work till like 2 because there wasn't anything going on, and I knew the traffic was being stupid, so I was just chilling out at work getting paid for free, and fucking I left. I watched two cars get rolled, like slide back down this hill. Hello, Mika. Hey, Jaden. Or Jay. Yeah, JD. Jaden. Jay. We'll just say Jay. Jay of Yender. I don't know, Jay. But yeah, it's shit, dude. It was bad. It was bad though. My ex-wife got stuck at her high school that she taught at for 3 days. Um, then they shut the heat off on her and the other like 4 or 5 teachers that were there because all the students were gone. So the school board was like, "Nah, they don't need heat," and shut it off. Luckily, somebody with a 4x4 came and got my ex-wife from the school, and then it thawed out and she was able to get home. But yeah, moral of the story is Alabama does not like snow. Alabama is like, in fact, anytime it snows in Alabama, it's kind of like the. I'm so bummed. That's all good, Mika. Four-wheel sleds, yeah. Hello, look who's in here, Crystal. And yeah. Anyway, fucking, yeah. I made it up the hill. I made it home. I helped some people home, and then I just chilled out at my house for the next 3 days because work was canceled, school was canceled, everything was canceled. The state of Alabama was shut down. It was like Christmas or Vegas vacation. Sorry, folks, Alabama's closed. Moose outside. Should have told you. That's kind of how Alabama turns with that snow. It's the devil, man. It's the devil's white crap. But yeah, I hate snow. What was it last year, Crystal? Yeah, last year. Crystal and I decided. Well, I say I hate snow, but then I'm going to tell you this story, and it's funny as shit. So the lunar eclipse last year. It was supposed to be really cool out here in Vegas. So Crystal and I decided we were going to go to Charleston and watch it up there because less light pollution. Uh, and stuff. Well, we get up to Mount Charleston and there's a fucking blizzard. So we didn't see any of the snow or any of the eclipse because it was snowing. But we did go out and play in the snow in the Jeep, and that was fun. So that's all that matters, really. Why am I doing this to myself again? But yeah, it was. We ended up not seeing any of the snow because it was or any of the eclipse because it was snowing. So it's kind of cool, but um, just get a new one, pretty much. Unfortunately, there's not a lot you can do with a lot of them. You're supposed to be able to like refill Poscas and Copics and things, but I don't know how on the alcohol markers as much. It'd probably be better just to buy a new one. And then I'm not saying anything you want me to say because you want me to say it. Hello, Angel Dust. I'm doing Toga from My Hero Academia right now because this picture is really really pretty, and I'm hoping I can do it justice. But again, I forget. I hate side profiling or side profiles because it always looks weird to me when I'm doing it until like it's not weird, but I look like an idiot drawing it out and sketching it out. At least in my opinion, I do. Uh, because I'm trying to sit there and get it right, and it doesn't want to be right or seem to be doesn't work right as well. So, all right, hold on. That's the reference. I don't mind. I don't mind, Crystal. Uh to me, I don't think so. But that's my opinion. Just because some of them suck, and that I've done anyway in the past. Um, is what it is. Or at least I don't like them as much as yeah, I don't like them as much. I should say, yeah. Oh, I know. Hold on, let me see. Well, pop back in when I get back. Woot Friday. See you later, Duke. Have a good one. Yeah, be safe in the snow. Yeah, it's penguin time. That does not work for me. I know what you're saying, but that doesn't work for me. Yeah, he said that they just got a whole bunch of snow up over there in Denver area. So, yeah, we don't like snow, Mika. Neither of us are snow people, for sure, for sure. Crystal was Louisiana and Texas at one point, and I'm in Alabama. I was Alabama and stuff. Now, granted, I did live in the snow at one point because of New York, living in New York, but I hate being cold. That's like my worst thing in the world is being cold. I would rather be hot any day because I can always cool off where I can't. Hello, Bakuga, or Bakuga. I can't ever say your name or that character's name. Unfortunately, I've never seen snow in real life. It doesn't snow where I live. Well, be happy about that, though. You should be very happy about that. Snow sucks. But you're in India, right? It doesn't snow on that whole your whole thing, does it? Like it's all tropic or subtropic there, isn't it? Like temperature, climate wise, it's all subtropics, I think. I might be wrong too. So if I am, like please correct me because I don't know shit about shit usually. Aha. Oh yeah, yeah. I forget Everest is near you. I always forget because India, as the from what I saw on the like how the tectonic plates work, India is making because it's a subcontinent or whatever, and so it's moving and it is making the Himalayas and Mount Everest higher and bigger. So and Ghost, I want to see when it's done because I understand, dude. Bottles and cups and stuff are a nightmare. They're a nightmare. Yep. Um, I'm I just remember it's you know what the bad thing is? It's not even geography classes, Mika. It's science. Because it's not how I'm trying to think how to explain it. I have to sketch it out until I'm happy with around the shape that it is. More so than it works for me to do it that way, if it makes sense. So, where's that stupid? There's that eraser. Uh, oh God. Yes, and she was pretty, and it works out, but sometimes it does not work out. It's a pain in my ass, is all I'm saying. Like I don't mind doing it. I like the outcome. It's getting to the outcome, if that makes sense. Like the process is a pain in my ass somewhat. Yeah, it's weird because you start looking at different things and you start like checking out what this is or that is or this is and how to do whatever, and then like the next thing you know, you're whole body into it, and you're like, God, what the fuck did I do? Plus, it also comes down to like making sure you have enough room placement wise. I don't understand why some erasers work better on some canvases and then others. It doesn't make any sense. Not well. No, not really. You don't. But it's like so. I have this one that was supposed to be a good or like a good type of racer, and then this one's like a cheap one that came out of like a Walmart pencil pack or something. And sometimes these work better on canvas than other ones. Plus, I have this, and the only German that I speak, your local weirdo, is I don't speak German. No, nein sprechen Sie English. And then I used to be like, sprechen Sie Deutsch, but that was about all I could speak in that because I didn't learn when I lived there. No. Uh, so I took 2 years of Spanish, can't speak Spanish. Lived in Germany for 5 years, but can't speak German. And I only speak bad English. So who is that? Please say. I'm not saying that. So hello to whoever though. No, I'm a native speaking speaker. I lived in Germany when I was a kid because my dad was in the military. So my dad was in Germany, stationed in Germany when I was a kid, and so I lived in Germany for 5 years. And then when I was about 7, 8 years old, I moved to New York. Lived in New York for about a month or 9 months, and then moved to Alabama and lived in Alabama for like 30 years. So yeah, no, but I'm an American and I speak English as my first and only real language. I can't speak. I don't. Yeah, I can't speak anything else except bad English and bad English. Um, I really liked Germany when I was a kid because it was pretty nice temperature, pretty nice climate. I lived in the valley. I lived in Frankfurt, Germany, and so it was in a valley and it was really pretty there. I really liked Alabama here in America. Alabama is really nice, especially where I lived at because the only problem there is if it snowed, the world shut down. So Yeah. So yeah, a bunch of different places. I like Alabama probably the best, and then Vegas is probably up there with really nice too. So I really like Vegas too. I know that's not like a great answer, but Vegas is pretty nice. Yeah. Yeah, I mean for sure. Like the biggest con for Las Vegas, in my opinion, is being a desert, so there's no rain and it's windy a lot, um, and hot and stuff. And then Alabama, we had tornadoes, and we had hurricanes, and we had a lot of different things like that. Oh, he's running around. I don't know why he's quiet. He's chasing Buddy right now. Yeah, he's chasing Buddy right now. So if you hear that bumping noise, that's Bud or that's Ziggy. All right, Ghost. See you in a bit. Oh, that's the eraser that's supposed to be good. This is the one that's supposed to be good, but it like I don't know. It does not like me or something somewhat. Yes. So needed eraser is this one, and like you just stretch it out, break it up. It looks like this after you mess with it, and then you just erase with it, and it takes off most of your heavy pencil marks. So you still have your pencil marks and stuff on here, whereas like this will clean up. I mean, you still can see it a little bit, but it will clean up the pencil more that way. I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do this in all black though for the background. I might change that. What do we want though? Let's do it in red, a cool red. What's our best red? That's probably ruby red, right? Wine red or ruby red? Wine. Or red wine. It's going to be ruby red, it is. Fingerprints. Now this goes better with her character name anyway. Um, oh, it gets the paint to come to the tip because there's paint in here and you can hear a ball, right? And so doing that helps get the paint to the tip so you can do that. It's a ruby red. So in Posca 56. It's a different red than the normal red, the red that comes in like the 8 and 16 pack red. It's a different shade. It's really pretty though. Cause like this is the red that comes in the pack and it's red. It says 15. And this is the red on that one. So it's a little bit darker, brighter, kind of prettier color. Or prettier red in my opinion. Yeah, because it is. Yeah, this is nice. This is one of my more favorite color reds that I've gotten. There's never enough shades of colors now, in my opinion. I have that set of 120 markers, and it's just not, even that doesn't have enough. Oh, yeah, hold on. What am I doing? I didn't set my damn thing up right. Where's she at? There she is. There. Since I'm painting her, so I have here. Let me show you my marker collection of stuff real quick. So I have all of these that are Poscas and stuff, and then some Guignon, right? I have all those. I have two boxes of these, a box of 72 over there, and then I have this is my like random marker drawer or set. So yeah, and it's still not enough. It's still not enough markers, and it's worse now that like I don't know how to explain it. It's worse now that I do more work than what it was because now I see more color variations, I guess, since I've been doing more artwork and trying to, expand on how I do things. So I see more like if I had this shade of yellow, I could make this really, really pop. If I had that shade, like if I had 10 shades of yellow, what could I do with that? The greatest example of that is the Akaza that I painted. I grabbed every blue marker I had. I wrote it down on a canvas. I did like that. I did like a square and then I put 52 so that I had it. And then I did all of that for every blue so I could do all the different shades of Akaza. And that was a nightmare. Worth it. A good nightmare. It panned out and it was, and all, but it was a damn nightmare. No, you can't. Must run out. Yes, they do. That's one reason I liked doing the smaller canvases is I could stretch out how long a marker would last. but also it's just less to paint, like background, and less to do on certain things. Because like I hate having to do this as this background like this, and especially as a spray paint artist, because this is just something that would have been like I laid this stencil down that I've cut, and then I spray all of this, and it all is one color or one, however I do it as it. So um, yeah, pain in the ass. Also, do you recommend coloring from a different angles and directions in acrylic? Yes and no. It doesn't really help as much, but like this does. So you can always get like a what I'm doing right here. This usually works better, but if it's wet. So for me, there's not a really good way of like stopping these colors from blending and streaking like that somewhat sometimes. That I've figured out anyway. That's the wrong red. But it's definitely the wrong red. Other than like doing multiple layers of the same color. But in this case, what I might do is if this doesn't like get better, what I'll end up doing is I'll spray everything and then I'll repaint the red on top of it. And then I'll clear coat spray it and then repaint red on top of it. And then when I do that, the application will be smoother. Hello, Luna. Was it a good concert though? To where you that is weird. Hey Mika, question. So languages. What do you speak besides English out there? Because I know there's a couple different languages, like one or two different languages in India, right? And I might be wrong on that, but I think so. Oh, cool. Who'd you go see anyway? Well, if you don't mind, I mean, yeah, let me go get some water real quick. What is the last concert? Well, no, not the last concert we went to. Crystal and I went to, so out here in Las Vegas, they do a free concert series at Fremont out here. So we've gone to a couple of those. Like we got to see Offspring a year or two ago, and stuff. So that was cool. Then who was it we saw that was neat? Um, oh, we went and saw. You guys probably don't know who this band is, but it's called the Dead South. So I speak Hindi, which is India's mother tongue. Okay, that's cool. I had a friend from he spoke the hell did he speak? I don't remember what he spoke. But that was one of the most interesting sounding languages I think I had ever heard out loud. Like not bad interesting, just the sound of it, the lilt in the how the words are. It was really pretty. So, yes, Noob Slayer. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, I just speak bad English, so And you're right, toga it is. It wasn't Bengali. It was like again, please don't be offended. It was the one with the BHJP or no, it wasn't that one. It Punjabi. I mean, I don't remember what it was. It sounded gorgeous though. It was really, really pretty sounding. Is the big thing about it is like I can't remember what it was, but it was gorgeous sounding. And it was one of those times where I'd heard a language that you it's how do I put that? It's so much foreign. Yeah. Uh it's so much more foreign than like English on like how the words, and the sentences and the structure is. And it was really interesting to hear it because my buddy was yelling at some family members of his in another part of the state about something, and it was funny. It was real funny, whatever, because he was yelling at them, and it's the normal like your stupid cousin, his cousins, or his brother, or somebody like that. Like he was telling them they were stupid about something that was going on at their business, and but it sounded really, really pretty. Whatever he was saying, it's the lilt in the accent or in the voice or the sound of how the words were was very, very pretty. So, uh, acing. I'm bad about it usually, especially when it comes to like certain languages, especially when you don't know what am I trying to say? Me and Crystal were talking about this the other day. So like Native American, our Native Americans in America, some of the words that they have sound like mess with people real bad. Like when I lived in Alabama, I lived near this place called Wadawi, but it was spelled Weedo, like Weedeeweedo or something like that. And it looks like it's spelled Weedo, but it's Wadawi. And so yeah, words are the pronunciations always bother or scare me sometimes because I don't want to mess it up and like offend you or offend anybody because English doesn't lend itself well to other languages sometimes, like especially words that aren't English. I know that's a cop out thing, but it's English is one language and it's a weird one, and yeah. There are a lot of rappers in Punjab. Okay, I might. And the only reason I say I might is unfortunately music and me don't I'm not a big music person. I'm not really a big music person, as much as it pains me to admit to say that. But I can't remember words to songs and stuff. So like mostly my brain just only listens to the music anymore. So it doesn't matter what language it is. I'm only listening to the music half the time. What are you two doing over there? Is Buddy just not playing with you, but Ziggy? Anyway, yeah. Doo, doo, doo. Yeah, I don't know why, and I know I'm the weird one in this aspect because I cannot remember lyrics. Um, I can't remember a lyric. I can't remember any of that stuff. So I like music, right? I like the music. I like the beat of the song and stuff. So I like music and everything. It's just because I can't remember the lyrics to songs. My preference for music is a lot different than uh, what most people's is. I like a lot of stuff with like I like instrumental stuff. So like in America, we've got something that's called bluegrass, and it's like a country type sound, like a country music type sound, but it's a specific type of how they play their music, and I think that's really cool. I think like one of my favorite bands is a band called the Grateful Dead, not the Grateful Dead. I like the Grateful Dead. It's the Dead South. I don't know why I said the Grateful Dead. The Dead South is one of my favorite bands, and they're from Canada actually. But they have some cool music, and I do like the words on some of their stuff, and actually know it. But oh, I do. I can't. You said it with bluegrass and the Dead South. Yeah, the Dead South is they're a four-string band. So it's four guys. One plays a bass, and he plays it. He plays a stand-up bass, but he plays it like a bass guitar. One guy plays a banjo, one guy plays a guitar, and one guy plays like a ukulele. And then all four of them sing. And one of them has like a drum and a cymbal thing that they also play with it. But they don't have anybody else in there but those three guys or those four guys and stuff. And man, I'm telling you, I Crystal and I went and watched them live. What 2 years ago now? And the show was bad because the sound equipment broke right before they went on stage. So we stood there for an hour while they tried to fix that. Then it wasn't fixed when they got onto stage, so they played like half the band was playing while the other half was like, or you could hear the half of them playing. The other one they didn't have any sound, and then a big fight broke out right next to me and Crystal and some friends of ours we were there. Well, we weren't with them, but we happened to run into them there and hung out with them there. But yeah, man, it was a weird show. It was a great show because once they got everything fixed, man, the Dead South rocked it out. But it was definitely a interesting show. Oh, okay, yes, there you go. Crystal knows. Definitely. And just remember, when you hear some of their music, Mika, I'm telling you, it's all right, listen, I'm going to tell you what my favorite song by them is. My favorite song by the Dead South is called Banjo Odyssey, okay? And Banjo Odyssey is my favorite song by them. And there is a line in it. She might be my cousin, but she needs some sweet loving anyway. And then the rest of the song is that way. Now it sounds weird, it sounds messed up, but it's just supposed to be a funny kind of song, or like kind of a funny song. So take it with that. But I like that song the best out of their stuff. And then they have a after 3 rounds in was it I'll Be Good Company in Hell after 3 rounds or something like that, which is good. That one's about somebody's cheating wife, and somebody's wife was cheating on him. He finds them, and all three of them get killed, or he kills them, and then he dies, and they all go to hell together and stuff. So it's like the song is kind of them talking about like how they ended up in hell. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah, what Crystal just said is the one line in it, and again, don't get me wrong. I know how it sounds and everything, but it's good. The song is great. The song is good. I definitely we hell, Crystal and I have listened to that song a bajillion times probably. It has weird beat to it. It has a weird beat to it, but you'll like it. I think you'll like it. And if you don't, I'm sorry. I like it. um, yeah, Crystal and I went to go see them though, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. But August 2024, I think it was. Yeah, and cool show though. Cool show. Oh, shit. Where's it at? There, Mika. That's what I finished earlier today. So I'm stuck. I'm stuck on Band-Aid brand. Band-Aid stick on me. Sorry. I am stuck on Band-Aid. Yep. Yeah. Crystal's idea, Psyduck and Lucifer. Yeah, Crystal's idea there. It was pretty fun. There was a couple shitty people the other day, but I mean, but yeah, no. Crystal gave me the suggestion for the Psyduck and Lucifer because I did it for my sketch vault collage before, but not on a, like a canvas by itself. It's the only thing I don't like about here versus TikTok, though, is on TikTok I could actually play music. I think. Yeah, you can actually play music on TikTok, but I don't like it though. That's I forgot what I had to ask next. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I hate the edges of canvases sometimes. Yeah, we're gonna spray this later and then do it. That's awesome, actually. I'm pretty happy for you on that one. Is it because it's a Chinese thing? Or was it because it was a Chinese thing at the time? Because, like, I know here in America, we had a problem with it being Chinese for a little bit. So I just am always curious if, like, that's why in other places too. And Chinese products too, obviously more than half of everyday supplies. Oh, Chinese product too, obviously. Oh yeah. Well, it's thank you. I appreciate that. I still don't like it. If that like I'm still not happy about doing it in comparison. Yeah, that makes more sense. Like I appreciate that you think it's good, and I agree. I think it's good as well. It's the process of getting it there is harder than the process of me doing other stuff. That's mostly what it boils down to. I like this brand, but also sometimes it's a pain in the ass not to work right. I'm gonna have to get another tip next time we go for this, though, I think. What do you mean quick? Like, am I just doing it faster? I don't know. Well, it's only you talking to me, so I guess I'm less distracted than I've been before while doing art, if that helps. Like, I guess it's just being less distracted by not having to show off all my canvases, not having to stop and stuff. So maybe that's it. I'm usually pretty quick when it comes to painting if I'm just doing it. But when I'm talking and like hanging out with everybody and answering questions or showing off stuff or having to do, stop and stop and stop, it tends to slow it down. And then also this canvas is doing really well with holding the ink or the paint. Oh, it's not a bad thing. It's just like for whatever reason today's a slower day, so or this is a slower live than some of them have been. 6:45 is 7:31. Hmm. Uh, 6:38. Where's that at? Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to find a number or a paint. I'm trying to find a number. 6:38, right? That's what I need. Ah. No, because I got to leave here in a few minutes. To go pick up Chris. I don't know. To go pick up Crystal. See, and then I do something like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna finish Toga till Monday. Maybe I might do her some tomorrow. It depends on if I go with Crystal or not to her appointment. We shall see. That's not dark enough. 6:38. 6:38 is not dark enough. We need to go to the next one, which is gonna be 39. Should have just grabbed that the first time, I guess, huh? Oh yeah, Friday. Last day of the week for, well, somewhat. Yeah, Cass was telling me it was the middle of the night for her earlier at the other stream. Damn time changes or time zones. And there's Ziggy hitting my thing. So do you have actually if you want to look Ziggy analytics. Analytics. Yes, I have other Indian people that watch, I think. I gotta look to see where it's at though. Audience. All right, so we'll do all time. Well, for the last year. India, I have. All right, so Mika, 52.4% of my viewers are from America, and then 4.3% are from India. And then United Kingdom, I have 2.7, Brazil 2.4, Mexico 2.4, Canada 1.7, Indonesia 1.6, Italy 1.6, Germany 1.6, and Japan 1.4. 6 months. It's a half a year old. So, speaking of which, I'm going to take him out here in a few minutes, or here in a minute. So before I go pick up Crystal. So, yeah, you're the second highest that I have of them. So, yeah, there he is. Say, good boy. It's a good boy. Yes. Go. 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 Nope. We got him on November 1st of this year. Ow, Ziggy. Ow. He got excited and hit my hand with his teeth. He didn't bite at me. He literally hit my hand with his teeth. So, but yeah, no, we got him on November 1st of last year. So he, 1 second. August 22nd is when his birthday was. Or he was born on August 22nd. Oh, you're gonna walk me? And Ziggy's favorite game. Okay. Will you? He's having fun. All right, hold on. Okay. Go boy. Go boy.
They have a dog park over there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to let the dog?
No. I'm just letting them run right now.
You can go over there.
But there's all kinds of other crap over there, like other dog poop and stuff that I don't like him get, or he'll get into. So. So. A Ziggy Centric live stream. Come on, Ziggy. Anyway. Come on. Come on. Actually, you know what? You guys need to. I'll link Ziggy's YouTube channel to in a post someday. But Ziggy's got a YouTube channel. We're got to build it up some. We just haven't had a chance to do it yet. So, but anyway, guys, for now, that's it for now. And I will see you guys later because I got to go pick up Crystal. So, anyway, there he is. My little deaf guy. But anyway, guys, I will see you later. Have a good one. And probably Monday I'll see you again. So, bye, guys.